Alrighty, hey everyone, how's it going? Today I woke up and I was like, you know what? I have a pretty free Sunday because I am in the future. um, and I thought, I'm probably going to be I'm not declassifying. That's a whole other thing. I'm probably going to be processing some declassified imagery today at some point. So why not do it today? And yeah, share it with everyone. We can have a chat as usual. If you're not familiar with what I do here, I like to process these declassified spy satellite images and make them freely available for everyone to see, which maybe I'm a little biased, but I think that's pretty cool. Um, so we can just hang out, have a nice, chill, calm, relaxed chat. We can talk about the images. We can talk about anything related to them, maybe like the satellites, or we can just talk about general subjects while I'm working through it. We can talk about spaceflight in general, anything space, or maybe unrelated things. I'm not sure, but yes, I have this image that you can see on the screen right now. And I just realized I should change the banner because the banner is wrong. Give me 1 second to change this. We're gonna do that. There we go. Hey Ring, how's it going? It's good to have you here. Thanks for showing up. I hope you're having a good day or night. I think it's nighttime for you. So I hope you're having a good night. And yeah, we have 4 of these images, and they're all like north to south, different strips. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna georeference them all together to make them into one image. I've tried to do it in Photoshop to get like an automatic stitching mosaic of these images, but it doesn't seem to work. So I'm gonna do it manually, which is a pain in the butt to do, to be honest with you. But that's why I figured I would stream it so we can suffer through the pain together. But it should be fun. So yeah, we'll get started on that. 7:20 for you, very nice. It is 10:20 a.m. for me right now, so it's a nice morning. And yeah, I feel like we're just gonna dig into this. I did not prepare these screens at all, so one of them is a bit off. Oopsie. Can you tell that I ran out of time just a little bit? That one, that's what we want. Okay. So we're going to start with this particular image because, there we go, now it's loaded in. This one, at least to me, is the easiest one to do because it has the majority of Baikonur in it. So this can be like our, I don't know, what's a good way to put this? Almost like our anchor image, I guess. This is our reference image, maybe? I don't know the correct term. But it's going to be the one that we mold every other image to around it. And we will grow off of that. I don't know if that explanation makes too much sense off the top of that explanation, but hopefully over time you'll see what I'm doing, and I hope it's going to work. I've only done the process like this once before, to be honest with you. So it's still, I would class this as experimental still. So yeah, I feel like that's part of the fun though. Just experimenting with different ways to process these images. And if we fail, then we will learn something. And if it goes correct, we'll also learn something. So in reality, it's just all about learning something. And, if you're not learning something or trying to learn something, then maybe you're not doing it right. Because I think learning is cool. And I hope everyone else does too. There's nothing better than when you do something and you learn something from it. If that makes sense. Okay, what do we got? That guy is in there, which means that pops out there, which means these 2 dark areas, these guys are buddies. So we will just place those points. Actually, let me change my cursor type for you so you can see my cursor a bit better. That should be a little bit easier to see. And just make the cursor a little bit bigger for you. And this time I'm actually showing both screens because I remember on the last stream I accidentally only showed one of these screens instead of both of them, and I didn't feel very smart for doing that. Yeah, but hey, that was a learning experience. So we learned something. What are you up to, Ring? Are you doing anything special this weekend, or are you just hanging out and taking it easy? If you don't mind me asking, of course. Um, at least me personally, I'm just catching up, as always, on. Well, I've actually been sorting out my storage system, which has been a little bit stressful, but I've just been migrating a lot of files and putting them in the correct places where they should be and changing backups and things like that. So I did have to pause that process for this just so I don't overload my computer, but so far so good. Hopefully I'm not jinxing it. Because it's a little bit scary to do that. Where are we? I'm a little bit lost all of a sudden. Okay, we gotta find that shape. Where is that? Where is that? Okay, it's further down. There it is. Yeah, I was looking way too high. Way too north, probably, is the better way to put that. And then there's this guy up here, which means... Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna push myself too much. We're just gonna come down into here and drop these points into here. Yeah, and as I was saying about sorting out my storage, I'm also planning to buy some hard drives soon and upgrade the storage in my NAS, just for future-proofing it, I guess, is a good way to put it. Because I'm already filling up the drives that I have, and I should probably just expand. get more storage, because there's always more files in this world that I'm living in. And yeah, it all fills up very, very quickly. Okay, so I feel like this is this, but I don't see exactly where it lines up. So actually, I should give you more context on what exactly these images are, just for anyone who's not familiar. So these are images of Baikonur Cosmodrome in now Kazakhstan. And these are from May 1972. And so there are several images taken on the same day. This looks like a smiley face over here. And these were all taken on the same day. And I'm just going to stitch them all together. And these are the last images I currently have of Baikonur taken by a KH-4B satellite. I think there are even later ones out there, but they're not scanned yet, so I don't have my hands on them. But for now, these are the latest ones taken by a KH-4B before it was retired. So I figured we may as well work on these ones, and they can be like the little, I don't know, like the, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for here? They can be the ones that mark the end of the KH-4B program for now in my archives. And of course, as always, these images will be free to view on my site when I'm done with these. So you can pop it and view them at full resolution like I'm doing on the right-hand side. But it'll be much, much easier for you to browse around and... whoopsie, I didn't mean to click that. Oh no, what have I done? Okay, cool. It'll be much, much easier for you to browse around and see everything that's going on. Did I break this? Nope. Okay, I thought I broke a window then, but we're good. We're good. We're good. It's not one of my streams unless something breaks. Although I'm sure it happens to many other people. So now we can go in here, now that we have a few points placed around, we can come up and press this button up here. And this links the declassified image on the right with the Google Maps image on the left. And so instead of me having to scroll around back and forth on each side, I could just do it all in one scroll. So you'll see I'm going to scroll on the right-hand screen here, and it's automatically going to zoom the screen in on the left. And it knows roughly the right position. And as we place more of these little points that I'm putting down, it'll get a more accurate position on what everything is meant to be. And so as I scroll in, it'll get more and more accurate, which is pretty cool. I like software. It's smarter than I am, and it saves me time. Yeah, I would not be able to do this manually, I don't think. All right, so that guy comes in here, and we'll just drop that in there. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. It's looking really dark. Let me just check something over here. Yeah, I don't know why it looks so dark in the window on the right. If that's just something to do with compression or whatnot, but that's interesting. We'll see. We'll see how it comes out after it's processed by QGIS. So this could be a long stream today because we have to do this process 4 times, and then we have to merge everything together and then export that. So I might have to take some breaks in the middle while the computer is churning away at these files. But yeah, it could be a long stream. We could be here for 3-4 hours maybe. We'll see. We'll see. That does not look too familiar. This road is in here. And is that the same? I don't know if that's the same thing. Interesting. I'm not gonna push it, just in case. We'll come down here to pad. What pad is this? It's like 36-1 or something like that. Baikonur has too many pads for me to remember the numbers. I think the CIA classed this pad as complex B, because complex A was where Gagarin launched, which is actually we should pop in there and placing points, which is down here. This is what the CIA called complex A, I believe, if my memory is correct. I'm still trying to get all of these naming schemes into my head. Because there are several naming schemes, I believe, which is very confusing. All right, what do we got? This thing over here is always a good reference point. I'm not entirely sure what it even is, to be honest with you. There's like these weird lines. Maybe if it was like some sort of, I don't know what this is, but there's these weird lines, and it doesn't look like anything was ever built there. So I'm not entirely sure what it was used for. Maybe someone out there has some information on that. But I haven't seen anything, and if I have, I don't remember it. So yeah. What have we got in here? I've been trying to expand my archives a lot lately, but it hasn't been going as quick as I would like, mostly just due to not having the time. I've wound up in some other projects, and those kind of take priority. But the archives on my website are still growing, which is nice. And of course, everyone can see that for free, which again is the whole point of this. It's all about the imagery, making this imagery available to everyone, as it should be, as all imagery should be. I'm not going to get into a rant about that right now, because I think I did last week, and we probably don't need that right now. Just because, yeah, I'll sound like a broken record, and that's not fun. But by the way, I think I've talked about this before, but just in case I haven't, I do have a Google form linked on my website, and you can go and submit locations you would like to see declassified images of. And I will do my best to track down the images. Sometimes they're not available or they're not scanned yet, and there's not really too much we can do about that unless someone's willing to pay to get them scanned. But yeah. I like taking requests because it does lead me to new places and I learn new things. Recently, I've been doing some cities all over the world, and there's cities you hear about, but also I've never really spent too much time learning about them. So as I go through, I just pick up little things here and there and learn about certain landmarks. Yeah. Like the other day, I was processing an image of Berlin from 1979, I think it was. And like I knew about the Berlin Wall and that situation, but I didn't know the details, and that kind of led me down the rabbit hole of learning more about the Berlin Wall and that whole situation, how that came about, how it came to its end, and um, yeah, it's just fascinating. Also, I did another image of Beijing, and there is the what's it called, the Forbidden City, right? And I always knew about the Forbidden City, but I didn't know details. I didn't know too much about it, so that just led me down that rabbit hole. And yeah, it's cool getting to learn about things that, unless I traveled to these places, I probably wouldn't learn about. Um, where is that? I feel like this area has changed. That area has changed, so we can't rely on that point. But we can rely on this one. I think I saw a match for that right there. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. I'm just going to save these points that we have before I get too ahead of myself, just in case we have a crash. I don't want to lose all the work we put in so far. I would love an autosave function of those points, but I don't think that's a thing yet. Maybe I should talk to some people who make plugins for QGIS, and we can see if we can get some sort of autosave feature worked out, because that would save my life. I do have one plugin installed on this georeferencer that just changes the background from white to any color you want. So if I just zoom out here, you can see usually the background is a stark white, and that's just not pleasant to look at. So I just go into here. You can't see the pop-up. I'm sorry, just because of the way I'm sharing my screens. But there's a little pop-up, and you can go in and change the colors. And I just dim it to a gray, just so I don't burn my retinas out accidentally. Yeah, because that was always my least favorite part, especially if I'm working at nighttime or something. My eyes are just nice and relaxed on the darker areas. And then all of a sudden, there's just a big flash of light. No one likes that. Is that like most of the key areas? We'll put another one on this intersection down here. So if you haven't seen me do this process before, usually the best thing for me to put these reference points on intersections, because most of the time intersections don't change too much. There are some cases in like big cities and stuff where they will make intersections much wider and more roads, so you have to be aware of that. But in this case, it's a pretty safe bet, and I know this area pretty well by now. So I feel like I have a pretty good handle on where I can and can't place little markers to get a reference point. Especially these, I've talked about this in a past live stream. I don't know what these are. If these are like some sort of salt flats or dry lake beds. I'm going to assume they're dry lake beds of some sort. I'd be interested to know more of the geology behind that. I wonder if there were like giant lakes here at one point, and for some reason, one way or the other, they dried up. I don't know. We need to find a geologist and have a chat. Maybe someone out there knows more than I do. If there are any geological maps of Kazakhstan, that would be pretty cool. Yeah. Cool. All right. So we'll place a few more points around the edges, and then I'll just let it process, and we'll see how close we got. Because I'm starting to feel pretty confident about what we have. I'll just do just a few more just to make sure, just to be safe. This is always a weird area down here. I don't know exactly what's going on, but it's just a weird place. What do we got? We got that guy and there. See, all this has changed a lot. There are these little points that no longer exist. and it throws me off, and it throws my eyes off. So I'm gonna leave that. Is there anywhere around here where we can go? Like this. Is this the same? This is pretty similar. And we'll just drop a point into here. Like that. Boom. Easy peasy. You know what I should do? I was just thinking as I was trying to solve that little problem. Is I should do a stream where I take requests from people. And we'll just get small little frames. And we could do like several requested images in one stream. That could be quite fun. Write that down. Someone write that down for me, please. That would be really cool. Alrighty. Do one in here. That can go into there like that. There like that. Very nice. Very, very nice. Cool. We got, there's another, I see a few points out in this eastern area where we can drop some points. I don't put that there. We'll put that one. That one seems like it's a more reliable point, at least in this moment of time. That's right. I also made some tea to soothe my voice because, once again, I'm still not used to talking this much. This much in one go, at least. On my own. Which is something I'm still getting used to. It's a little weird, just rambling on. Having like a one-sided verbal conversation is a little weird. But hey, that's why we have the chat, right? That's why we have the chat. Cool. Oh, no, you don't want to place? There we go. Alrighty. This one's gonna need one out here. Like that. Go into there, like that. Cool, that's 41 points. I always say, like, I'm just gonna do 2 more points, and it ends up being like 20 more. But again, it's just a scenario of being, okay, better to be safe than sorry. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to, redo it all again. Well, technically not, but the processing side of this, which we'll get to in a minute, I just don't want to do that all again. Because it's time consuming. Even though it's it's just running a script and the computer's processing the image on its own, I have to kind of sit here and just wait. And that feels like a bit of a waste of time. I mean, we could do 2 at once. I don't see why we wouldn't open another QGIS window and get started on another one. I don't know. We will see. We'll see how long this takes. And if it takes more than maybe 2 minutes, then yeah, we'll try open another QGIS window. I'll just have to remember to share that window with you guys instead of assuming that it's automatically gonna start sharing. We don't need another window sharing hiccup. Okay, I think I might hit play. Okay, place one more. This is the last one. I'm serious. This is the last one. This is the last one. But nope, that's not a good spot to put it. I should look around more before I go and try to place them. This one here, and boom. Okay, 45, technically 46, because it starts at 0. We're going to save the points ahead of time just in case. You can't see this window that's popping up. I'm sorry, but okay. Now I hit play. Let's see how long. 1%, 2%, 3%. Okay, it's going quick. 20. Wow. Okay, it jumped up really quick. Nice. All right. Okay, we do have some people in here. Nice. To those watching, how is the stream? Is it stable? Everything good? No loading issues? Everything looks green on my side, which is the way I like to see it. I don't know. I messed that sentence up, didn't I? Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, everything looks good on my side. Very nice. Hopefully that is also the same on your side. 66%. Okay, this is nice and quick. Hopefully this is accurate, and then we can move on to image number 2 of 4. So that took... I've only been live for less than 30 minutes. So 30 minutes an image, that's 2 hours. Yeah, so we might be done by 3 hours, if all goes well. I'm probably going to jinx it, but yeah. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Let's be optimistic. Let's think good thoughts. Okay, look at that. We have an image. Now let's just go check it out. I probably should have put a few more points in this area down here. This already doesn't look very accurate. Uh-oh, spaghetti. Okay, we're going to try a different script. That might be more accurate. I don't know why. I don't know why that one was so inaccurate. Let's just try this one and see what we get. I can hear a hard drive running as fast as it can. Let's figure out exactly. Okay. Okay, that's all. Wait, why is that syncing? Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. Leave it. It's not affecting my internet connection, so we're gonna leave it. I don't want to go and break a backup process like I've done before. But we were going to talk about that. Okay. Nice. Cool. All right, so this one's going to take a while, so let's boot up a second QGIS window, and I'll have to remember to switch that one over so you can see. Otherwise, you're just going to be sat on that loading screen. So I will get that set up. There's that pesky white screen burning my eyes. Okay, now let's jump on over to OBS. And interesting. Blank screen there, and is it this one? This one. There we go. Okay, so now we're on to frame 2 of 4. Wait, I can't do that because these have to be connected to each other, so I have to wait for the other one to be done. I did not think this through. Okay, hold on one second. Because, like I mentioned, we're doing this differently to how I usually do it. So we have to pop that one over to... Which one is it? That one. Okay. Okay, so it's a quarter of the way through, and it's been going for about 2 minutes. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. So now I have to think, is there anything else we can do in the meantime? Does anyone have any requests? Any location requests? Let me know, and yeah, we'll give it a shot. We'll see what we can find. Preferably like a small area so it doesn't take too long. But I'm not going to do like a whole country or something like that. Or a whole city. But let me know. We can see if we can find an old image of it. Especially if it's somewhere that's interesting to you. Yeah, just let me know in chat if there's a location, and we'll see what we can hunt down. What are we at now? 29%. That's not too bad. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I can do in the meantime. I'm sure there are things we can do in the meantime. Or if anyone wants to chat about something, is there any space news we can talk about that anyone is interested in? Okay. Let's have a look. Is there anything I haven't done that might be interesting? I do have some other declassified stuff I could work on in the meantime, just to pass some time. We probably won't get too far into it just because of... What is that? Okay, I have an idea. Bear with me for a second. Bear with me for a second. Let's see if I can pull up this window. And if I go to the certain website, am I going to be logged in? Because I don't want to show you a login process. Let's see. Let's see, shall we? Ahaha. Okay. Now here's the thing I have to be careful of. The annoying thing about this website is it shows my email address. So I'm gonna have to build a little box to put over. It's like there. Okay, so it's like over that. Cool. We're gonna do some impromptu, I don't know, stream buildy stuff. Do that. We're gonna call this email header. All right. Oh, whoa. Okay, that did way too much. There we go. Okay. There we go. And I'm gonna assume it was like right about there. I'm sorry for that flash of bright light. Now, if I rip that open and put that there, yeah, it covers the email address. Look at that. Genius. Absolute genius. Yeah, I don't know why the USGS site just decides to display your email address. I wish you could just change it to your name or something, but it is what it is. So what I do have, while we're waiting for the image to process, is I have a bunch of images downloaded. Hey Kanan, how's it going? I'm glad you made it. I hope you're having a good evening and having fun. So what we're going to do while we're waiting for that other image to process is I have quite a few images I downloaded, but the only name I have for them are their ID names, like this, just a mix of numbers and letters. So we're going to track down and find out what all these images are, and I'm going to give them proper file names, just so I know what everything is. And so it's just a little bit of file housekeeping, nothing too exciting, but yeah, it's something that needs to be done, and why not do it with you guys, right? I know exactly why I downloaded this image. Cool. I think we were trying to, might be a few reasons. Who knows? Kanan, you won't be able to chat as usual. Okay, no, that's all good. You focus on the work you need to do. That is absolutely more important. I'm happy you get to hang out though. It's good to have you back. It's always good to have familiar faces popping in, and new faces too. If you're new around here and you haven't said hi, please feel free to say hi. It's always nice to meet new people, especially when we have this common interest. Cool. So that's that one done. Nice. And so I probably have a few dozen of these, but we're just, it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but again, it's got to be done. We have another St. Petersburg one. Interesting. I thought I had labeled all of those. How about that? Wait, is this one I already have? Because I know I have a lot of these of St. Petersburg, and I just want to make sure this isn't a double. Here, what year is this? 7404. 2904. Okay, I do already have that one, so I can just delete that. I think that one's already on my website too. Ooh, look, we have a this is a infrared KH9 image. That's pretty cool. We'll pop that up onto the screen just so you can see. And I think I know what I was going to do with that, and I just haven't gotten around to that project yet, which is how it goes. I'll bulk download, a bunch of images being like, oh, this is going to be a cool project, and I never get to it. But I guess that's how it just goes. Infrared. I just want to note that. Cool. These are probably all, yeah, that's all the same. There's several here from that that pass of LA, and I think I was going to merge those into a single image and then convert it into true color, or at least try. Trying is the key word here. No guarantee. What is Belarus and Ukraine? Oh, this is Chernobyl. Okay. I've done several Chernobyl images, but have I done this one? No, I have not. Okay, cool. So that means this one's good to keep. We'll just go 1981. What's it? 0227, and we'll just put it as Chernobyl. I have so many images. So many. It's probably a problem. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just keeping safe copies. Another one of Chernobyl. Cool. I must have gone through a period of being very interested in that site. I think I have 2 or 3 images on my website of it already, and you can see it under construction, I believe, if I remember correctly. All right, we'll search for this one. Oh wait, San Diego. Oh wait, is this what I think it is? Let's open up one of these, because if this is what I think it is, there might be something interesting inside one of these images. That's not it. That's Baikonur. This is the one we're looking for. If this is... Okay, I mean, there's one of interest. An aircraft carrier. Part of the aircraft carrier hunt. Is that 54 or 64? Or 34? Wait, no, that can't be a 3. That's upside down. I don't know. I will have to put that onto the pros on the NSF forums and see if they can figure it out. That's a nice shot. That is a very nice shot. Let me just make sure I haven't already done this one. When was this? 82 October 17. Cool. 82. Cool, that one has not been done yet. That's a nice image. Maybe we can do that one on stream another time. Alright, so again, I'm sorry if this is really boring, but the the image we're waiting for is almost done. I can see the progress bar moving along at the bottom of my screen. This is just a bit of a time filler to keep busy and organize my files. It needs to be done. I've been meaning to do this for way too long. Where are we at now? Oh yeah, what country is this in? I can never pronounce this country. I'm not going to try. I am really sorry, but I just don't want to screw it up. But I was just interested in this area over here. Just interesting place. Looks like an old volcano or something or other here, which is very cool. Why is this misbehaving? Just let me copy and paste. What will I call this file? This is going to be Managua. I will try to pronounce that one. And that other one should be the same. Nice. So I was going to stitch those ones together. Actually, I'm tempted to do that now. No. Okay, so this image has been referenced. Let's go and check how accurate it is. Once it loads. Hey, okay, that looks pretty good. That looks... Something is not right. Something is wrong here. I could see the image skewing off to a place it's not meant to be. I think it might be this point. This point over here might be in the wrong place. Graded strip failed? Don't say that. Don't say that. Uh-oh. Why is it screaming a failure at me? Let's go and check. Let's go have a look-see. Why did I just drag that in? No. What's the problem? Huh. I don't know what that means. But it's yelling errors at me. I've never seen that before. Huh. Huh. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip you over to these screens and I'm just gonna do a little bit of troubleshooting. Over here, we'll see if we can get a Hey. Yeah, that is not good. There's a network. Okay, I think I might know. I hope. Let's see. I'm gonna just try and copy this. This might have to do with my yeah, no, that's not working. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Boy. This might have to do with my new backup process I have going on, and since it's not complete, it may have thrown something off. I didn't think this through properly. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have to redo this process. And all we're going to have to do is just export it to a different drive, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. Just means we're just going to have probably about 10 minutes of me churning through files again. But that's okay. We're learning here. This is, what is the date of this again? This is 1972-05. Cool. 1972-05. We'll just call that Mosaic. And we will spit that image into there. And is it going to do it? 1%. Okay, cool. Whew. Nothing like troubleshooting here. All right. So I think I found the solution. We'll see. We'll see how that export goes, and we will go from there. All right. Let's keep going with sorting out these files. I say. You guys are helping me be productive, and I like productivity. It's good for the soul. It's good to keep busy. Otherwise, we'd just be sat here. But again, if anyone has any questions or any topics you'd like to chat about, please let me know, and I'll be happy to do so. That's this area in China, and I remember grabbing this because this is for all the people who follow spaceflight. There was that Chinese rocket. I don't remember what it was called off the top of my head. Tianlong 3, I think. When they did the static fire of the rocket and it kind of took off and flew. This is just an old image of the area where that happened. That was on my mind at that point. So I thought, why not grab an image? Just, what's the harm in that? And I got partway through georeferencing that, but the issue is that image is so old, and at the time, of course it's old, all these images are old, but at that time there was like nothing there, so it's really hard to reference, but I'll get back to it another day. This is another one of like China into the, I guess it's part of the Himalayas. I'm sorry if my geography isn't 100%. That'd be a beautiful image, but I imagine that'd be a pain to georeference over those mountains. One day I'll feel brave enough to do that. Cool. Oh, nice. We got 6 people in here. Wow. Numbers are jumping. That's cool. Oh. Welcome everyone. It's cool to have you here. And if you're new here, please feel free to say hi. We're just hanging out and organizing some imagery files that I downloaded while we wait for another image to georeference properly. That should probably only take a few minutes, so I'm just passing the time by. Just making sure I have everything cataloged correctly in my archive. This is of Shenyang, China. Right. Cool. 1975, 1211. Nice. All right, now we're going to go to some older images. This one's from that's a KH4A, so we're going back to D class 1. And we will drop the ID number in here. Okay. This another one of LA. Oh, I think I know why we got this. Once again, I think this might be another aircraft carrier type situation. Let's just open this over here. Oh, is it gonna work? Okay, and it should be up here somewhere. There you go. 1, 2, 3. See at least 3 carriers there. Yeah. Man. These are all images I need to work through, because I know there are quite a few people who are interested in seeing the details of these. But this might be one of the first ones. I don't know if this is earlier than the other ones I've shared. I kind of lost track of that for a while, so that's good to know we have that. I'm just going to type that in because copy and paste over there is not seeming to behave very well. 1966, 03, 17. That's a nice image. What am I going to put of this? Argent Port of Long Beach, something like that. Because I don't know, it's related to carriers. All right, next image. We have, it's a bit newer. Oh, a nice one of New York. Again, I think this may have been aircraft carrier hunting, but I think it might have been too cloudy, or maybe there was just nothing there, which is why I never shared it. I'd like to do actually an older one of New York from the era, because let's check something here. Might be interesting. Because I know there are images showing the Twin Towers under construction, and this one isn't the best resolution, so I can't really tell, and I don't remember exactly where they are off the top of my head. Somewhere like here, right? But yeah, I'll have to work through these images one day. And of course, there's JFK over here. Yeah. Actually, that reminds me. We're going to get sidetracked for a second. We're going to get sidetracked and look at something really, really cool. Which one is it? This bad boy here. Let's open that in Photoshop. So someone on Twitter replied to me the other day with a crop of this image. And this is a KH9 image of New York City from, I don't have the date in front of me. It was like 74. No, that seems too early. I don't remember the exact date. Sorry, it's gone. But I mean, like, check out that view. It's such an angle. I don't know if someone out there can try to calculate the viewing angle of this image, but it's beautiful. Just looking at New York City from this angle is incredible. And yeah, this will not get georeferenced because at this angle it just wouldn't work. It would look very skewed, but I would love to get a print of, you know, some sort of a frame, like, you know, just crop out the city. And yeah, I feel like this would be a beautiful picture on the wall. I mean, if you come in and just look at the bridges and Yeah, it's a gorgeous image. Um, I did throw this up on Flickr if anyone is interested in checking out the full resolution version in their own time. There is a link to that on my website, and you can go and download the full resolution version there. You can see a Statue of Liberty at the angle, and yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful image. Yeah, I like looking at bridges from these angles. It just looks so cool. So cool, so cool. Okay, we're getting distracted. But since that image popped up, I just wanted to share that. Alrighty, where were we? Cool. The other image is still churning, but it's getting there. What do we got? San Francisco, I was most likely looking at. Again, probably related to aircraft carriers, maybe. Let's have a look. Let's pop open that guy over there. We'll just see. We'll see. What do we got? There's the airport. And the carriers were based up at here, if I remember correctly. And I do not see one, unless there's one in the dry dock. I can't really tell this resolution. It looks like it could be. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, it's a pretty nice image. Yeah. Okay, cool. So what are we gonna do? That is 1967 or 925, and I'm just gonna put San Francisco, even though it covers more area than just that. It's good enough. What is this one? Oh, this is an Australian image. There's not too many scanned images of Australia. So, I believe this is a very mining heavy area of Australia. So that could be interesting to see. You got all these ports out here, and yeah, probably like coal or something. We do like our coal in Australia, apparently. That'd be an interesting one to work on. I haven't worked on an image of Australia in a very long time. So that'd be good to do. We'll just call that Port Headland. We got 4 more, so that's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Oopsie. Back too far. Oh, this one looks either cloudy or snowy. No, it's a desert. Why? What's out here? Is that someone showing up to my house right now? Sorry, I can hear my dog barking. You can probably hear it too. I'm just listening. Is there someone showing up to my house? Give me 1 second. I will be right back. Okay, we're back. No. No one showing up, just my dogs being a bit paranoid. Neighbors being a little bit loud, so I think it's just kind of spooks them a little bit. But, um, the last you saw of Harry Street? No! No! I'm still here, don't worry. I'm fine. Um, yeah, I might just have to take quick little breaks now and again to comfort my dogs. For some reason, they didn't want to come with me, so maybe they don't like me anymore. Uh, all right. What was I doing? Oh, cool. The image has finished. Nice. So let's see how accurate this is. What was the problem before? Oh, yeah, it was just on a it was like corrupted or something. I think the image just wrote badly. Um, dog barking again. Okay. Um, that's not correct. I think this point over here might be in the wrong place. And that's what I wanted to check before, but it wasn't working properly. So, yes, look at that. Oops. Oopsie. Okay, so we're just going to have to move this guy over here. That. And see, just one point in the wrong place can throw up the whole image, which is unfortunate. Because I think everything else looks pretty good. So you could see how it just skewed the whole image. Is everything else? Everything else looks alright. I think just that one point being in the wrong place just broke everything else. That's weird. Some weird motion going on there. But while we're here, I think I'm just going to drop a few more points in this area just to be safe, because there are a lot of intersections and a lot of roadways. And see, I jinxed it earlier. I was like, oh, this is going great. This is nice and quick. But yeah, that's my own fault. That's my own fault. This kind of stuff happens when I'm on my own doing it anyway. So we can just experience the pain together. It's fine. It's okay. And that guy is like a perfect spot right there. Okay, I think those 2 extra points should just hold it down. And let's just do a quick scan over. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right. Shall we try this one more time? And hopefully I get it right this time. I really hope. Cool. All right. I just realized you could only see one of my screens. Sorry. I forgot to change. Okay. By the way, if I ever do forget to change to 2 screens instead of 1, when I'm working on those old images, please let me know, and I can change that round. 1968, 11, 13, and this again is just in Iraq. I think that was someone was asking about some of the. Did I do the right file? 44, 45, 46. Okay, cool. Someone was asking about some of the air bases out there or something, so I took a look for them. I think that's what it was. And one more of LA. Nice. 1971, 09, 11, and Los Angeles. Boom. Okay, that is that folder completely sorted out. Mostly. There are 2 more. But they are still zipped. Also, if you don't already, you should make a Discord. Yeah. Kanan, I did have a public Discord at one point. And then I was like, I don't know. I've thought about it a few more times, but at that time it was just very quiet, and I just decided, I can just share this stuff on other people's Discords without being too promotional about it. I can share cool things on other Discords. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep thinking about it, but I just don't want to make a Discord and then there's like no activity in there, you know. Um, and I think that was my problem before, and I just had like so many channels to manage and deal with. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it all, but um, I'm not sure if they would want a channel for that. But yeah, who knows? Maybe. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'll keep thinking about it, and maybe if things do grow and there's a bigger audience for this than I think there is, maybe I'll look into it again. I appreciate the idea, and it's nice to know that you're interested. Don't get me wrong; it's that's very nice to hear. Um, yeah, it's just about, is it worth the time? As as mean as that might sound, um, but yeah, I'm always happy to share this stuff on other platforms and whatnot. So no, it's good to know that you're interested, and I think that's the good part. And if I have like a bunch of people being like, "Oh, like this would be great," then I'd be like, "Okay, let's look into this and explore it." And yeah, and there's also the thing of, I mean, I guess it would probably have to be like, I wouldn't want it to be public to the point of having to deal with spam, because I know that a lot of public Discord servers struggle with that. I don't want to deal with spam. I don't have time for that. um, yeah, yeah. But then there are also Discord servers like Skyfi and Saw both have their own Discord servers. Um, but yeah, only share it in YouTube chat. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll churn on it, and yeah, like you say, there's no pressure, but it's just something to think about. Um, yeah. Okay, now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with my time. So we have all these images organized. That that is nice. Um, you know what? You know what? I have an idea. So there was that really nice San Diego image, and what we're going to do is we're going to open PTGUI, which is image stitching software. Question about, where was the question? Where did you put that to, Kanan? Because I may have missed that because my brain is not remembering anything as of right now. I mean, yeah, that's correct. I'm just sorry. I'm just churning thoughts here. You are correct. I could use a topographical map. Um, it's more so about the amount of time that it takes, because okay, how do I explain this? So if you think about it, these images, like the one that's on my screen right now, think of the image as being like, it's completely flat. It's like a rug on a floor, right? But um obviously, like terrain, or yeah, terrain, let's call it terrain, is 3D, right? And so you have to tell everything where the peaks and the valleys are. So you'd have to place a point on like every peak, every valley, and like kind of all over the hills to get it to properly get the image to properly mold to the hills. Um, and so even if I could be wrong, but to my understanding, even if you used a topographical map to reference the images, you would still have to place lots and lots of points to get that. So I think I think our best bet is to wait for software that's probably going to be AI or machine learning or whatever it is, um, that can look at the this image and then look at like a topographical map with the terrain data, and it would probably have to automatically do it. That's my understanding of the situation. Um, and I think that's something along the lines of what the satellite companies do, because their imagery is automatically, like, I don't know the correct terminology, but let's just say it's like automatically molded to the terrain, I guess, is one way of putting it. You know what this is actually, I'm glad you brought this up, because while we're waiting for the other image to load, I can find you something, and I can attempt to show this off. Keyword attempt, right? The biggest issue here is a lot of the images I've done are very flat. Like the areas are very flat. There's like no terrain, and that's by design. That is 100% by design, because I have not wanted to deal with. Vandenberg might be a good one. I just haven't wanted to deal with molding things to terrain. I've done it a few times. It's a headache. What do we got? Okay, this might be nice. So we got this really, really nice image of Vandenberg, right? And as we know, Vandenberg is known for its hills. Now, we have this plugin here, which... Nope, I'm doing this in the incorrect order. I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me. It's canvas extent, and we want to download. So this is downloading shuttle radar topography mission data. So it's flown on the space shuttle. And okay, you can see my username, but not my password. That's good. I'm just gonna save that. Do I have to hit download again? Okay, it's doing it automatically. So as you can see, it's pulled in this tile, and this is the information that contains terrain data. So the lighter the image, the higher the terrain, the darker, the lower, right? And so what we can do is we can open this plugin, and we can open up this and this, I think, if this is how this works. And how do I get the... Oh no, bear with me. It's been a while since I've done this. Do I have to do that? No. Let me get the image in there. Forgotten how to do this. File, scene, no. Scene settings, what's in here? I don't remember how to do this properly. So I want to show you like what we have going on. I don't want a flat map. How do I get the image in here? Oh no, I forgot how to do this. But you can kind of see the terrain. I should be able to scene settings. Here is the exaggeration. So if I exaggerate the terrain by 10, we should have some crazy mountains going on. And I think I may have seen something. Add layer. Here we go. Can I add in a... Aha! Is this what I'm looking for? Hey, oh, that doesn't work too well, does it? Can I drag that up? No. Whoopsie. Aha! Now we're getting there. I don't remember how to do this. I am so sorry. My brain is blank. I've forgotten how to do this, guys. I have forgotten how to do this. Almost. We are almost there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up how to use, what is it called? QGIS 2.3.js. Because I want to show you this, and I've started something, now I have to show you. And the image is still processing, so it's not like we're waiting. Maybe drag and drop is the way. No, it's not. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so we have the 3D data. Cool. So we have the map. Yeah. I don't understand. Is it because I have... Do I need to put this layer on top in here? This is Oh, here we go. Hey. How's it going? There you go. So see... look at that. There you go. Okay. So all I had to do is put the layer on top. Duh. That seems a bit obvious. So obviously this terrain is very, very exaggerated, which is done on purpose. But you can see this image that I georeferenced, how it sits on here. So I've had to place so many points on this image to tell it where exactly to mold with the terrain, if that makes sense. And so I'm just going to change that to, let's just make the exaggeration 5 times the real amount. So it's a little bit less. And so you can see where everything blends in. And I don't remember my actual point. Yeah. Was there a point I was going for with this? I got so distracted trying to figure this out. Technical side of this. Hey Ring, you're still here. Nice. Awesome. I'm glad you're still here. You're watching Max and D's Drive to Florida Keys. I did not know they were doing that. I missed that. Well, I hope it's going well, and I assume they're out to catch Polaris. Which is awesome. Cool. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to try to do as well. If we just zoom in a little bit, we can come into here. Like that. Aha, this is better. There we go. So we don't have all the other stuff in the background. Now you can see how, wow, this formed really well. You can see how these valleys and everything sit. There's roads going through the valleys, and I'm actually very impressed. I have not looked at this image before, but the way it molds is pretty darn good. Obviously there should be a bridge here, and that doesn't show up. Ring, if you just want to say that I say hi and I wish them luck on their adventures, that would be cool. Yeah. And, best of luck catching Polaris return. That's going to be awesome. I will be watching live when that happens. So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, that is that demo done. Once we finally figured it out. Okay, so now this is done. Back to Baikonur, where we were meant to be this whole time. Polaris is, I'm going to say that's like late afternoon my time, maybe in about 5 hours, I think. I could be wrong. That's just based on my memory. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think we're good. Okay, now we can finally move on. Yay! Yeah, don't stay up all night for that, because it's very, very late, and sleep is important. I say that as someone who needs to sleep more often. Yeah, and it probably didn't help that kept delaying, right? What is this? Okay. Cool. So Declassified, and then the Mosaic. I'm just going to compress this guy over here so it can load quicker. And then we can finally get started on the second image. We've done troubleshooting today. We ran into our issues. I'm going to put it into the universe, and now everything's going to be smooth sailing, which is probably something I should not say. But I'm saying it modified. And I'm going to call that just 10.1 because it's the 10:1 compression. Cool. We'll let that compress. All right. So let's get started with the second image, should we? Shall we? I can English. We want this file. So this one sits just to the north of the one that's currently on the left. So we're going to use the image that's on the left screen as a reference for the image on the right screen, combined with Google Maps, and we are going to align them as best as we possibly can. Hopefully. Again, I haven't really done this process in this form before. So we're going to see how it goes. I really do hope this isn't all for nothing. Yeah, Kanan, I'm manually stitching them together. I tried to do it with software, like 3 different programs, and it just wouldn't do it. For some reason, it just wasn't happy with what I was giving it. So I decided to take things into my own hands and try and solve it myself. It shouldn't be too bad. I just expect the final export to take a little while. It's just a matter of just trying to what's the words I'm looking for here? Just be aware of what I'm doing and make sure we're lining up the edges of the images correctly. Other than that, it's nothing too wild. So we have a nice compressed version in here. So that just means things are going to load quicker. Yeah, fine. I'll do it myself. Exactly. I get sick of software telling me I can't do things, so I'll just do it myself. So we'll pick a nice reference point, right? And this dry lake thing is going to be our first reference point. So let's pop down into here, right? These line up nice and well. And let's just start placing points. That's really the best way to do this. Yeah, so now the fun part where I focus and probably don't talk as much, but you guys can help me keep the conversation going, as always. That's your job. Overlap. Yes, sorry. I was just trying to put that together in my head. Yeah, there is the overlap. So you can see this lake, well, the dry lake, on the right screen and the left screen. It's pretty much the same part. So there's a decent overlap. Apparently, it's just not enough for the software to recognize. So that should help. That should be helpful. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to do it at the top of the overlap and the bottom of the overlap, just to get things as close as possible. Yeah, I did one a few months ago where there was no overlap in the image, or barely any. It was like a few pixels. That was really challenging, and I think I went a little bit insane doing that. But it came out okay in the end. It's quite nice. Probably, I think the thing that's going to be most noticeable, there's probably going to be a slight exposure difference. I was going to go through and manually adjust the exposures and match them, but I decided not to. It's just time consuming, and maybe I regret it, but I guess I had to blur them. No, I believe they were massive reels of film. I don't remember the exact physical size of film off the top of my head, but I think like that you can look up the KH. Oh well, these weren't KH9, but you can look up the film return buckets, they called them, from these satellites. They were huge. They were massive. Yeah. So it wasn't like some small feat. What they did. Um, I can't remember the number of film, but it was like miles and miles of film, and yeah, it probably was like IMAX, if not bigger. I don't know. I don't remember the exact number of um, dimensions of the film, but you can probably look it up. Um, yeah, all right. We need some more reference points over here. That thing. Okay, I know that's not an overlap, but it's a point for us just to reference, make sure we're on the right page. Okay, so that line comes down into there, which means that is there. Okay, that's a nice reference point right there. I can already see an exposure difference between these two images, but it's okay. It's all right. I'm totally not saying that just to comfort myself. um, but yeah, it still boggles my mind, like the technical side of how these satellites works with film is insane. Like, sure, the digital satellites today are complicated and very impressive, but I don't know. To me, like having to manage miles and miles of film, like on a system like that, is insane. And how fast the film traveled through the satellite, I can't remember the speeds off the top of my head either, but it was just image. um, I believe the images were all taken on the same pass. So they had the satellite kind of targeting, and it just did like one swoop, and then another swoop, and another swoop, and another swoop, and just kind of kept going down. Although it might have just been left to right, left to right, left to right, or right to left, right to left. And sometimes they went down like, a whole continent like that, just scanning it. Um, very impressive. Very, very impressive. Uh, so maybe one day I could do when there's better like AI software and things like that, could do maybe like a whole pass over a continent. Um, yeah, so it's all in one orbital pass, just as it's going down. And so sometimes where there's the overlap in the images, you can see slight changes. So that if there's like cars on a road, you can kind of see them moving along the road, because the image is taken several seconds apart or however long it was in between images, which is really cool. Um, Even on like especially with the KH9 where it had the forward and aft cameras, two separate cameras. Um, you could. Sorry, I'm just trying to focus on where this is. I'm going to say it's about that. That's not correct. I'm going to move that. You could see like I have an image of where you can see a Concorde taxiing on on the taxiway at JFK. JFK. Um, yeah, it was a very very impressive system. Um, Actually, I believe these satellites had forward and aft cameras as well. From the top of my head. Yes, they do, because I have forward and aft images. So yes. These are images taken by the forward camera of a KH-4B on mission 1117, which, yeah. Sorry, just testing my memory here. It does help that I have the file names in front of me. I'm just trying to remember what order all these numbers are in. All right. Where is this to? So that should be like here somewhere. Okay, so these are the dark areas there, which means I'm feeling very lost all of a sudden. Hmm. I've lost myself. Where are we? I'm not seeing anything that matches up. My brain is fried. Okay, let's take a step back. Okay, so there's a lake here. We go up to the top of the lake. Cool. All right, and we go to these two here. Aha. Okay. Boom. Yeah, it gets pretty hard, especially when you get away from all the launch pads and stuff, and you're just relying on like the shapes of these lake beds. It like I would just get confused, and I'll just be like, "What? Where am I?" Um, yeah, it's sometimes the city can be more confusing, especially when the city is like very blocky. Just lots of square blocks or rectangle blocks. You can get very easily lost in that. But it does help when you have like some pretty big landmarks and that make it obvious. And you're like, okay, I know exactly where I am. Okay, now I feel back on track. Sometimes you just got to get yourself back to where you have already georeferenced and placed points, and just kind of just ground yourself, just look around and figure out where you are. Sounds a bit silly, but you can get lost. All right. See, the problem is this has changed so much out here. So you got that. That lines up with that guy. See, this is like this here, but also not at the same time. I'm gonna put my trust in that. No, I don't trust that. I do not trust that. Maybe that can go into there like that, but again, I don't trust that. Where's something I can trust? Here we go. This guy looks like it's pretty much the same. I feel like that's trustworthy. I look at those lines like that. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. This looks pretty good to me. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of cities and more urban areas lately. I haven't done one of a remote area like Baikonur in quite a while now, a few weeks. So it's good to be back. I need to get back on this train and keep churning on Baikonur because I have so many images I need to get done. Or I should say, want to get done. There's no one pressuring me to actually get these done, but apart from myself, I guess. Alright. We are in here. Interesting. Am I getting lost again? No, I'm not. I'm not going to get lost again. Let's put that there. Cool. So that's some middle points for us. And what I might do now is just kind of just churn along the bottom of this image. And I can now see that it's not properly cropped. We have a little bit of a black area along the bottom of this image, but that is okay. That's something we can get rid of in the stitching process. We'll just hide that behind the other image. No big deal. No big deal, I hope. Nice. The main thing is just getting like words and launch pads lined up. Everything else is secondary to me. But I still want it to look decent. I don't want it to be like, having these very obvious lake beds being like 10 meters away from where they should be. Plus, who knows? Maybe one day someone will use this for like some environmental study or something, and they want the images to be in the right locations. So I don't want to be too selfish and only do the launch pads. Got to take care of hypothetical other people who might be interested in these images. Because I know, if I remember correctly, Kazakhstan has a lot, especially this area of the country has a lot of, I think they're like gophers or something that live in the ground. And sadly, because of all the toxic propellants used at Baikonur on the rockets, when the stages come crashing down, obviously that's not very good for the environment. And apparently the populations of the animals have fallen a lot over the years. If I'm remembering that study correctly, which is quite sad. So is Proton retired yet? I don't know if it's retired or if it's going to be retired. I can't remember, but I think that's the last rocket that actually has like toxic propellants on its first stage that come crashing down. But yeah, because once that's gone, that'd be good. That'd be nice. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking good. This is definitely the largest inland launch site. Probably after this would be one of the ones in China. I'm not going to try and pronounce them. I've tried to learn a little bit of Chinese so I can pronounce them properly, but still need practice. Yeah, this is definitely the largest. The size of Baikonur is insane. Like everyone talks about how big, Cape Canaveral and Vandia, and yeah, they're huge. But Baikonur is just the amount of area it covers is just insane. It's incredible, and I think that's part of why I find it so fascinating. It's just because there's so much going on, and yeah, it's very cool, especially the history behind it. All right, let's get these roads lined up like that. Who else? Does anyone else have an inland launch site? Iran does, because they just launched a satellite yesterday, I believe. Wait, what was that? Iraq? No, it was Iran, I think. Probably. I think so. I might be getting the two mixed up. Alrighty, so what we got? That's all good there, like that. So this bottom edge is really the most important part. Just getting everything lined up as best we can. So it's like pads here. So I will focus on putting a few more points around this area. Interesting. My neighbors have been very loud lately, so I keep hearing weird noises. So if I suddenly seem very distracted for a few seconds, that's why. I'm just like, what on earth is happening? I don't think you guys can hear it. You shouldn't be able to. The only thing you'll probably hear from that is if my dogs bark again. That guy goes into there, like that. And so then I'm going to switch over to monitoring. Not monitoring, what am I saying? To running from this side. This isn't even lined up properly. Oh no, look at that. That's not very good. We can fix that with this one, because this is the one that's actually going to overlay the launch site. Like that. Cool. All right, where are some other spots we want? We want one over here. So this is if I don't put all my words out at once, this is a little bit more different, because now we're referencing these images to each other and not necessarily to Google Maps. No, that's the wrong spot. Whoopsie. That guy in there belongs to that guy. That. Wait. Is that correct? I feel like that's not correct. I feel like that is not correct at all. That is that, which is that. Right. And that is that. There we go. Okay. Now we're good. Mm-hmm. So if we look at that, there's to oopsie. There's to that. There we go. There we go. Now we're making it. I feel like this is good progress. Just getting into the flow of it. And I can still hear hard drives churning as they're syncing. I'm still a bit stressed about that, but it's fine. Later today, I'll probably buy some new hard drives. Just get it over and done with. I keep procrastinating because I don't want to spend the money, but I just need to bite the bullet and do it. Maybe one day, I don't know, it might be a bit boring, but I was thinking maybe one day we can do a stream of Harry replaces hard drives, but it might just be me having an extremely stressful time. Hey Mason, how's it going? It's good to see you here. We're just churning away on some images here. We've had some technical issues, as always. But now we're into a bit of a flow and just referencing some KH-4B spy satellite images of Baikonur from 1972. And we're just we're doing a bit of a different process. We're manually stitching them together with these points. And so we're going to have a composite of 4 images pushed into one. Hopefully, if it works. How long did 4B run for? That is a good question. That is a very good question. I'm not going to Google it, but what I will do is I can quickly look in my files. So we have 72, and the earliest image I have... Really? Wait, what? What am I looking at here? It's only from 70. No, that's not right. I can read. 67 to 75 I have. It may have run longer than that. Wait, sorry, I'm getting my words wrong. 67 to 72. But maybe if someone wants to Google that and see if it ran longer, please let me know. Because I think basically they just replaced them all, apart from the KH8. They just replaced them all with the hexagon, the KH9, just because it was so superior. Yeah. Maybe that's not the best way of putting it, but hopefully you know what I mean by that. Hopefully. I should definitely try to memorize all these numbers, how long they ran for, and all that. It's just a matter of brain power. And to be honest, my memory is not the best in the first place. So maybe I just need to have some notes on hand of these kinds of numbers. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Just build a little wiki page that I can just quickly jump to for notes on certain things. But yeah, it was the 4B was really nice for what it was. It was only had a resolution of 2.7 meters. Okay, so it was 67 to 72. Wait, May 25, you say? These images... Are you sure it was May 25? Because these images are apparently from May 26. Let me double check these dates real quick. Let me double check these dates. On my end, I mean. I might have wrote the wrong date in. No, I'm being told May 25th, 1972. That's interesting. Now I'm digging into this. Okay, no problem. I just quickly jumped to Wikipedia, and it says September to May. It doesn't give particular dates. Yeah, no, that's fine. It's not the end of the world kind of thing. Yeah, what have you started? Missions. Um, oh, sir. Okay. So what you might have got confused with is May 25th, 20, sorry, May 25, 1972 was the launch date of the last satellite. So the final KH-4B was launched on May 25, and I don't know how long those missions ran for, maybe a few weeks. Um, I'm not seeing a number on returns. Uh, we might not have return dates. So that's where you got. That's where we. I'm not saying you got confused because you didn't. But that's where I got confused. It was just a launch date. So technically, these images, if they were taken by that final satellite, then these were taken a day after launch, which is impressive. Yeah, 4B was several launches. So they had, assuming the number on my screen is correct, so they should have had 17 launches. Yeah, so there's mission, it says KH4B. Yeah, let me do this. Cool. So this is from Gunter's space page. And you can see these are all the KH4B missions. And so 17, yeah. So this is the satellite, the final satellite is the image that we're working on. That makes sense. Yeah, 9 also had multiple missions. I think it was 19 missions, and the 20th one failed. KH9 Hexagon. Yeah, so the Hexagon, which is KH9, had 19 missions, and then the 20th one, the launch blew up, which was unfortunate. Yeah. So because since they had these, film return buckets, they couldn't be up there for too long because you had to get your imagery back within. Yeah, since it was film, you had to bring back imagery, every month or a few months, because if it was up there for many years, then you would have had a lot of out of date imagery. So yeah, it was very cool. Yeah, I only had 4 buckets each, and each bucket was returned in every few months. I think there was one situation where they returned film early. I think maybe 2. One was like, I think there was a film snag, so they had to like cut the film and then just return the bucket like half empty. I think. And then another one was when there was, I can't remember the name of the conflict, but there was a conflict in like, was it Northern Africa or the Middle East? And they wanted imagery ASAP, and so they grabbed images of that conflict happening and they just brought them down so they could have them as soon as possible. Yeah. Yeah. I hope that answers some questions, but Egypt, yes, it was between Egypt and Israel or something like that. Please forgive me, my military history is not very good. It's not my area of expertise. So, military history is probably the wrong word, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah, no problem. I completely understand. I had the same issue when I was learning about it. I was like, wait, there were like this many missions. We'll do one of this little lake thingy here. That okay, cool. That's that side done. So now we've done the bottom. I think that should cover it. That should align things pretty well. Now we have to do filler. Oh boy, we have to go around and do the rest of the image. We have to do this 2 more times after this. I'm probably gonna have to take a break after this specific one. We'll take like a 10-minute break. just to lay down and close my eyes and have some food or something. reset my brain. And I got a barking dog now. We'll see if she calms down on her own. I might have to see if she will come follow me, and she might be more relaxed when she's next to me. Poor little puppy. Poor little puppy. All right, where are we? Just not seeing that. Where is that? That's here. Yeah, so the KH9 or hexagon is like the series of satellites. So think of it like, okay, probably the easiest example is like Starlink, right? So KH9 is like saying Starlink, but then you have like the number after it. So there's like KH9 and then like mission 1 and mission 2 and mission 3 and mission 4 and so on. But then they just code named it whatever the code number was. I've already forgotten. Yeah, so there's like mission 1101 and 1102 and 1103, such like that. Yeah. And same with like KH4b was the family of satellites. Then there's the KH7 and KH8 and so on. Just like how these days it's like KH11's probably retired, but KH12, 13, whatever they are these days. Okay, hold on. Just give me a second. My dog is upset again. I'm going to see if I can just go and calm her down. If you have any more questions, please feel free to ask. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Alrighty, we're back. Dealing with dogs, but that's how it is. Alrighty, where are we? We were churning on images. What have I got myself into? What have I got myself into? Luckily, we're not going any further north. You have to go for a bit, but you'll be okay. Cool, no worries. I hope you have fun doing whatever you're doing, and yeah, I'll probably be here for a few hours, most likely. Uh, if not, there'll probably be a part two stream tomorrow or something, depending on how much brain power I feel like I have today. Um, yeah, so no worries at all. Like that. It's that. Whatever these are. Some old things, structures or something. Very interesting. All right, we got some more little areas over here. Someone else chat for you. Yeah, it's been a very chill stream today, which is all right. That's fine. Sometimes it's busy, sometimes it's not. That's how it goes. Especially for the weekend, people are probably off doing things instead of me. It's a beautiful day outside, and I'm like, yeah, let's sit inside and georeference some imagery. Take my dogs for a walk later or something like that. Get some fresh air. Have a good stretch. All that good stuff. My tea's gone cold. That's a shame. I'm not super worried about all of this because, I mean, there's a launch site around here, but the rest of it further north, I'm not too worried about how accurate it is, as long as it's relatively close. I don't want to just completely disregard it and have it be way, way, way off. That would not be great. So we'll try to get these parts as close as we can, while most of them have been destroyed, intentionally or not. I'm not entirely sure. But these missile battery things up here. Those are nice reference points. Once again, it's very cloudy and dark down here. Intersection, always a good point. All right, we got this guy in here, which is that. Man, why do neighbors have to be so loud and inconsiderate sometimes? I'm not going to rant about that, but just hearing really loud noises, it keeps throwing me off. Cool. All right, I was just going to plop some in the middle of it. Nice. That looks like this could be a potential for some points in here. Yeah, like that, or is it that one? Which one is it? That one. Say it's that one. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. So yeah, later today, Polaris Dawn returning, right? I'll be around watching that, probably while making dinner or something, because of the time difference over here. I don't know what else is happening at the moment. I feel like I've kind of lost track. I've been so head down in imagery. I just haven't been able to keep up with everything that's going on in the spaceflight world. And, I guess that's a good thing. It means things are busy. And it's good to be busy. Both me and the industry in general. In general. Oh, you missed the spacewalk? That's because of the crazy time, right? Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. I was lucky because at my time it happened at around like 8 9 p.m. at night. So I was very lucky. But I mean, hopefully you've been able to rewatch the whole replay of it, because even as a replay, it's still really really cool. That was amazing to see happen live, and it's good to see the commercial side of the industry stepping forward and you know um, yeah, putting their foot forward and doing these things. It's very very cool, very cool. Alrighty. God. Oh really? Okay, yeah. It was the timing was kind of weird. Like um, the time was never really super public, and so I think that threw a lot of people off, which is unfortunate. But hopefully, we'll have another one in the near future. Maybe on Polaris too. Um, Maybe it'll be a longer spacewalk as well, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, I know the feeling that like how much it sucks when you miss something cool like that, especially when you could see it being streamed live. So yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Um, Next time, there's always next time, right? Got to try to be optimistic about these things. Yeah. Actually, speaking of spacewalks, there hasn't been one on the ISS for a while. I always enjoy throwing those on because those are usually happen at night for me, and I just kind of just I just put them on and just relax to them, just wind down, and yeah, I always enjoy those, listening in and seeing the cool views. Um, Especially when the astronauts go out to like the ends of the truss on the space station, and you get a scale of the astronauts next to the solar arrays, and you realize how massive those solar arrays are. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things, especially when they were out doing those battery replacements, like in the what was that, probably like a year or two ago. Oh, they were also doing replacing the not replacing. They were adding on those new solar arrays. I think that was another time when we got to see them out there, which was really cool. Yeah. Okay, we're at 2 hours of streaming, which means I should probably replace my camera battery at some point, which I still need to buy an AC adapter for, but it's just money. Yeah, those Russian spacesuits is something. They're very impressive. They're very cool. Um, I'm still a big fan of the way that the I don't remember what they called. Is it Sokol suits? The ones that they use when they fly on Soyuz, and they're still tied together with like it's like all elastics, and they still like they tie them up on the back and whatnot. It's very cool. That technology is, it seems really simple, and maybe it is, but it's also very complex, and it works very very well, um, to my knowledge, and I think that's pretty cool. Plus, it seems to be it's a very cool looking suit, at least in my opinion. But yeah, spacesuit design is not easy. Having it be functional but also look decent, and yeah, it's definitely not easy. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with how this is. Do I want to place like one more? Yeah. You know, I don't think I've ever had a Twinkie either. I don't think they exist in Australia. At least not easily. You could probably buy them in like some cities and whatnot, but I'm pretty sure it's a mostly American thing. I know what they look like because I've seen them in like movies and TV shows and whatnot. But um, yeah, wildly off. Oh, I have no problem going off topic. Um, As long as we're having a good time, I don't see any harm in going a little bit off topic. You know, like I could ramble about how I'm probably gonna make a lasagna tonight or something like that because I love lasagna. I'm like Garfield, but in a human form. I don't like Mondays. I love lasagna. That's pretty much it. I like sleep. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna hit play on this, and we see. I gotta remember actually there. I gotta remember to save this in the correct location. Just change the name of that to that, and we'll hit play. Cool. All right, so we'll let. Oh, sorry. No, now I hit play. I'm glad I realized that then. I didn't wait 10 minutes to realize that it wasn't processed. Oh boy. Oh. Jeez, excuse me. All right. Tell I didn't sleep early enough last night. It was one of those nights where I was just being productive, and all of a sudden I look at the time and I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy. Cool. All right. So what we're gonna do while that is processing is I'm gonna change screens to this, and I can hide that now because you're not hiding my email. And so I'm just gonna process this image of San Diego because why not, right? If we're waiting for the other image to process and we can't do anything while that's doing that, we may as well just stitch this panorama together and have a chat. If there's any questions, any comments, I don't know if anyone wants to talk about satellite imagery, space. You know what else I can do while that's doing that? I can show you. Let's go to SpaceFromSpace.com, a little website. That's right. Forgot I had my cookies on there now. I've updated the main featured image at the bottom to be the Polaris rocket on the launch pad, which is pretty cool. And so in the Declassified world, we have a bunch of new images, which is pretty cool. For anyone who wants to pop in and take a look at these, this is the one that we did last time on stream. Was that just over a week ago? So you can pop in and view that if you want to. Beautiful New York City. This is nice and smooth, actually. That's good. Yeah, Beijing, which I was talking about earlier. You can pop in and see the Forbidden City, which is very cool. Compare that to how it is today. It looks pretty much the same, obviously just in color with a few changes, but that's pretty neat. Yeah, I did a bunch of cities in the US because that's where a lot of traffic comes from. So I kind of figured, okay, some people are probably interested in seeing the cities that they're familiar with. So why not do those? I did this one of Mexico City because I was talking to someone, they mentioned how much Mexico City has changed since the 60s. And I was like, okay. And, oh, whoopsie. And so if you just come into here, like, say like that, and you can just see, look at how much, like, it's grown all down in this area. There's houses everywhere, and it's just all expanded. It's crazy stuff. Probably even up here too. Yeah, it's just changed so much. It's grown. Yeah, this one's probably one of my favorite ones. St. Petersburg, Russia, because you can see this is taken in February, so in the middle of winter, right? And you can see the trails that the ships take through the ice. And so it's just a trail running out here, out into the ocean, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and then it's been a little bit more slow on on the main imagery side of things. But actually, this is a pretty cool one. That image is very far left. I might have to look at the formatting of this page because that doesn't look correct. This image is taken as a tropical storm was going over, and you can see the flooding storm surge around SpaceX's Starship facilities in Texas, which is pretty cool. Okay, sorry, I'm hearing weird sounds again. Not in my head, by the way. I'm not that crazy just yet. That would be really cool, actually, to have someone copy the old satellite images as maps. That's something I've thought about doing, and even illustrating what I see in these satellite images in like a more high resolution version. That would be really cool. Again, it's just time, and if someone wants to do it, it would have to be their time because, to be honest, I cannot afford to pay someone to do it. And I probably don't have the time to do it myself. So, yeah, that's all it really comes down to. But if it was like a hand-drawn map, that would be really cool. So if someone out there is interested in that, let me know. Yeah. Okay, this panorama's almost done stitching. Okay, once this is done, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to take a few minute break just to grab some food because we've been going for about 2 hours now. Grab some food. I'll replace camera battery because that's probably going to die any second. And then we'll come back and do some more. I don't know if we're going to get all the way through it today because I'm already feeling like I need to take a long break. But I'll just take a short break first, and then we'll come back and see if we can smash out another hour or so because I want to be productive. So, you know what? While this is churning, I'm just going to do it now. I'm going to go grab some food, have a stretch of my legs. Oh, of course it finishes right now. That's fine. And if you guys need to do that too, that's cool. But yeah, I'll be back in 5 minutes, so don't disappear. I'll be right back, and we can continue chatting. So I will see you all soon. All right, let's get back to it. I refreshed everything. Now my camera's out of focus. Okay, cool. We're good. All right. I hope everyone had a good little break. I had a stretch. I had some food. I had some water. It's good. Good. I feel a bit refreshed. I feel like I'm ready to go again. Where are we? Okay, so that other image is still churning. The one of Baikonur. So that means that we can give me 1 second here. Here, get this and open that back up. Just a moment. Just waiting for some software to churn through some things. But that's kind of, I mean, if you've been here before, you know how it goes. That's kind of just how this works. It's all about just waiting for software to churn through things. By the way, how's the stream so far today? Stable? Everything good? On my end, I'm getting green lights, but I just want to check with you guys that video is good, audio is good. Everything's good, hopefully. Please send that over there. I know, not the most exciting thing to look at right now. Give me a second. In that form, push that to there. Oh, good. Nice. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. It helps now that I've changed my backup process for images, because before everything would be always trying to back up to the cloud. But now that's a backup that only happens when I'm asleep. So we will get no more of that ruining streams. No more of that. Oh, now my dog's barking again. Are you kidding me just as I sit down? Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Okay. We'll see. So many loud neighbors today. I think I picked a bad day to stream. It's hard for me to concentrate. Cool, so we have this beautiful image. And we'll just come in here and we will crop this, like so. Get rid of all the excess. Yeah, this is a very nice image. Hey, those F-14s. These look like F-14 Tomcats to me. Something like them. Nice. Very nice. Go through and save that in there. I just realized I'm not showing you that. I am so sorry. Once again, I get caught up in doing things, and you guys are just looking at a loading screen, basically. Technically, that's all that is. Yeah. I don't know if Kanan is still around, but earlier he mentioned Discord. And when I was taking my break, I was thinking, I was like, you know what? I might just trial it, see if I can. We'll just get a few people out. No promises it's going to last, but like, I might just do some sort of a minor trial and just see if I can figure something out. Because it could be cool. I had a few little ideas pop into my head, but I guess we'll have to see how exactly it'll work. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it. I will think. Cool. So now we just kind of sit here and wait. Because this is needing all the processing power I can get. Does anyone have any questions, any thoughts, ideas? Because this stream is going to go a lot longer than I thought, and I think I might have to do a part two. Because I'm just thinking it's taken 2 hours to do less than 2 images. And I can't really be here for another 2 hours to do the other 2 images. So either we do a part two stream or I just finish it up in my own time. And then I send out the results. Or I could just do the boring stuff, like the georeferencing. I could just do that on my own and then share the more fun stuff where we merge that all together. I'm not sure. I have to have a think about it. Because this, as you know, this is the big problem with these streams. It's like there's a lot of processing time involved. And right now we're only 67% through this image. And so I kind of have to figure out how to fill that time. And that's something I have not planned for well enough, apparently. Yes, you have tapped into one of my plans. I'm not going to say too much. But yes, you know where I'm going with this. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I've seen some things that are inspiring to me and have inspired me to want to create cool things. So one day I would like to explore that. Let's just say that much. Yeah. I think I might leave it there, but I don't know. But on that topic, there, like, that is something that is very much just an idea that has crossed my mind a few times. I've never really looked into actually doing something or planned anything out. It was just more so like, one day that would be really cool. That'd be very, very cool. Yeah. There's some logistics I would have to figure out, but other than that, I feel like it would be possible. Probably just have to talk to some publishers or something and check on the technical aspects of how that works, because I'm not too familiar with that process. Oh, it jumped up to 88%. That was a big jump out of nowhere. Usually it's just like 1% at a time, but apparently not. And my connection is gone into the red. Is that just me? It's saying it's not too happy with my stream health. Eey. That's not so good. What is... Okay, now it's back up to green. Maybe we just had a Starlink moment. Let's have a look. It looks stable on my end. I was about to say something's uploading, but that's just the stream. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I'm going to push it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this image finish. We're going to check that they line up, and once that's done, I'm probably just going to end it for today. Because I've got other things I need to do as well, and yeah, I don't think I can sit here for 2 more hours. So maybe tomorrow, same time tomorrow, maybe? We'll have to see how my day pans out for a Monday, but I might be able to squeeze one in tomorrow. And we can try to do the other 2 images and complete it. Hopefully with less technical issues, because that's what really slowed us down today. I feel like we could have got at least one more image done today if it wasn't for the technical issues earlier on. But at least we learned from those. That's always the main goal. We learn, even if there's a mistake that has to be involved along the way. Yeah, 93%. Okay, cool. This shouldn't take too much longer. A few more minutes. Yeah. Oh, is that the... I can't remember the name of the book, but if I'm thinking of the same one, that would be yeah. I've heard a lot. If I'm thinking of the same one that you're talking about, then yeah, I've heard about that a lot. I would like to make like just a minor profit, but only just to fund more imagery, right? I don't plan on becoming rich. If I was like, even if I won the lottery, I would probably just go and spend it all on, well, responsibly. I would spend what I don't need on imagery. Like, I I want to have, I want to be able to afford food and stuff, but it would probably just all go back into imagery and software to process the imagery quicker and things like that. 100%. There we go. Let's see what it spits out. Okay, not the same book I was thinking of, but I have heard of that one. Um, I'm that's one of those things that is above my understanding of all these things, like rocketry stuff. But I think it's cool, and it's cool that people are making good books on it as well. Okay, so where are these? Where's the overlap? Let's see how the overlap is. Oh, I shouldn't have closed the tab because now you got doubles. Hold on. There you go. That's all you need. Hey, that looks pretty good. Look at that. That's a pretty good I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but they line up pretty well. Come on, load it for me. That one's a little bumpy. Those words are a little bit off. But okay, the one that needs to be in the right place for the launchpad is in the right place. That's good. That's the main thing here. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy with this. Again, this is basically just part one. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I feel like this is a good productive day so far. Yeah, and so the next two frames, they will go under here. So they will fill out to just beyond. They'll fill out this area down here. I might only do one more because I don't. As much as I would like to have the town and everything, I don't know if I want to spend the time on that. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. But maybe the best thing to do is just to split it up. Just do 2 images at a time, or even just one at a time. Because I don't like spending too much time on a single task. Otherwise, it gets yeah, it gets a bit tedious. Yeah, especially when there's 100 points in each image, and you got to place them all manually, and it could turn into 400 or 500 points. Yeah. You haven't read it, but it's supposed to be good for a beginner. Okay. That's awesome. Well, I hope you can get your hands on it, and because that seems like something you're interested in, and if that's something that can help you progress in that corner of the industry, then by all means, I would say $23 is pretty damn good. Yeah, that's really cool. If there's any final questions, now is the time because we've been going for about 2.5 hours, and I'm honestly cooked. I'm toasted. I need to go do something else. Go get some fresh air. Go for a walk. And yeah, I'll see if I can come back for another stream tomorrow. That would be pretty cool. Do a part 2. We'll see. No promises. No promises. Oh, cool! It's free as a PDF. Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, that's really cool. Well, I guess what I should do is I should just plug some things real quickly because that's what you're supposed to do on a stream, right? We were talking about it earlier, but if you haven't ever been to my website, now's the time. Just in case, I will throw the link in the chat there. It's also in the description of the video. You can go check out, more recent high-resolution satellite images of rocket launch sites and factories and all that. Obviously, there's the 200 plus declassified images that you can view in full resolution, and that number is growing day by day, which is awesome. There's a smaller aerial gallery of aerial images of launch sites and whatnot. which is pretty cool, and that dates all the way back to like the 50s and late 40s even. Then there's like maps and resources and all that. I do also have a Patreon if that's something anyone is interested in doing. No pressure on that at all, but if it is something you're interested in, it is an option. And I love my patrons for supporting me. They are amazing and amazing supporters. And I've actually been meaning to message some of them recently just to thank them for their long support since day one. So, yeah. Thank you for hanging out. And I am going to wrap this up. Please remember to like, and if you haven't, like, subscribe. Also, feel free to leave comments and whatnot if there's any other questions, and I will respond to them. But other than that, I feel like we've had a good day. We had a few bumps in the road, but it's been good. I'm trying to be positive. All right, with that, I'm gonna head out. I hope you all have a good day, night, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I will see you in the next stream next time, which will hopefully be soon. So thanks for hanging out and have fun.